Morning, Cecil.
Morning, bro. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, man.
I'm just coming from town.
I hope today we can help out Frank's aunt with her control accounts. If we are lucky, we might get a haircut because you look like you need one, bro.
I need some chewing up today.
Uh,
I was by Edgar's. I wanted to buy sneakers on my mother's account.
Mhm.
But they said that our Edgar's account is in debt of $500 and we need to pay it before we can buy sneakers.
David, what does that even mean?
I've asked her the same question. And she said since we're debtors to Edgar's, the debt balance of 500 is what we owe.
Oh, now I see. So debtors are people that owe a business money. But David, what about creditors?
Creditors are people or businesses that owes a business money.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, let's go get a cab.
In program 4 today, we take a look at control accounts and debtors control accounts. Our lesson objectives are that after watching this program, you should be able to explain the nature and purpose of control accounts, explain the advantages of drawing up a control account, state the sources of information for debtors control accounts, prepare the debtors control account. Thanks for watching and enjoy the lesson with us.
This is the place with the best customer service.
I hope you're not just saying that because you're my boy.
Oh, come on, Andy. I'm serious. I mean, look at how dope my hair looks. Plus, I've been around the block, and I know you're the cheapest, and you're the best. And that's why we're here to help you out with your accounting books.
Oh! Hey, you guys.
Hey.
I thought you guys got lost.
No, we were just delayed.
What's up, guys?
Okay.
What's up?
Hi.
Hey, guys, this is my auntie, Sarah. She's the owner of the salon, and she's the one that called us to come assist her with her bookings, especially control accounts.
Nice to meet you, Aunt Sarah. It's quite a nice place you have here.
Nice meeting you, David and Cecil. Let me go straight into my office and get my file. I've called you here today because I received the final reminder from my suppliers saying if I don't pay my account on time, they'll take me to court. I don't have enough money to get an accountant, so my nephew Frank offered to help as he's studying accounting. He explained that he has good friends. You, of course, will help him study accounting. That is why you're here.
Not to worry, Aunt Sarah. We'll make sure we help you out with your control accounts first so that you'll be able to pay out your creditors.
Thank you, Cecil, because I'm expected to pay the account within 2 weeks. Otherwise, they'll take me to court. And that's why I'm afraid I might not get money in time.
I have an idea. Why don't we do the same to the clients that owe you money? I'm sure there are clients that still owe you money for this month. Maybe we can call them and tell them to pay your bills so you can pay your suppliers.
That might just be my only solution to this problem.
Okay, Aunt Sarah. Now, let's see how much do your debtors owe you.
Okay, let me take out my books to show you my list of debtors.
Good, and Sarah, you should always keep an accurate record of each of your customers' transactions throughout the month.
Yes, I do know a little bit of accounting, and it's important for bookkeeping. I just sometimes get confused between debtors and creditors.
Well, Auntie Sarah, debtors are customers that owe the salon money, and the creditors are the supplier you owe money to.
That's correct, Michelle. In this case, Aunt Sarah can possibly take money from her debtors so that she can be able to pay her creditors.
Here is the list of debtors that I have of the salon. T.E. Art, 600. R. Bort, 300. A. Carl, 450. P. Piotrus, 700. N. Timotheus, 1,300. O. Herbert, 600. In total, 3,950.
Okay, let's see how much your debtor owes you.
The amount says it's 3,950 Namibian dollars.
Some of the customers owe me for 1 month. Others owes me for more than 1 month.
Okay, I see some owes you a lot of money here. But, and Sarah, tell me, do you keep a daily record of your customers' transactions?
Yes, I have books in which I record different types of transactions.
You mean you have a book in which you record customers that have paid and a book for customers who receive services on credit?
Yes, even those customers who return shampoos saying that it is for the wrong hair type are also recorded in a different book.
That's fantastic. You know, I'm thinking, those are the books of the first entry from which we cannot record debtors control account.
But then, Before we record, what are the advantages of drawing up a debtors control account?
The control accounts are very useful to a business in several ways. For example, they are proof of the arithmetical accuracy of entries in the ledger. They provide immediate totals of debtors and creditors for inclusion in the trial balance. They enable the draft final account to be prepared quickly.
They also assist in locating errors when a trial balance does not agree, and they help to reduce the chance of fraud by providing an internal check of the ledgers.
I can now see how important it is to draw up a control account. So in the debtors control account, we enter all the debtors transactions.
That's right, Auntie Sarah. We'll collect the information of these transactions from your book of first entry. For example, item in total and totals obtained from. Credit sales, debtors journal. Sales return or returns inward, debtors return journal. Bank or cash, cash book. Discount allowed, cash book. Dishonored check, cash book. Discount allowed, which is cancelled, general journal. Bad debts, general journal. Interest received, general journal.
Oh, now I can see the connection. I have a similar list that I have prepared at the end of the month to keep up to date with all the transactions of my debtors and their amounts. Here it is.
Debtors June 2017. Balance brought down 3,950. Debtors journal 11,450. Debtors returns journal 160. Checks received from debtors and deposited 10,420. Cash received from debtors 800. Discount allowed 260. Dishonored checks 250. Discount allowed. Cancel $50. Bad debts written off 330. Interest received 130.
What does bad debt mean?
Debtors who don't pay their accounts and disappear. You then just write off their accounts. That's bad.
And dishonored checks?
These are customers that pay by check and their bank send these checks back to me without paying any money to me.
You mean the bank refused to pay out the check? Ansara, I hope you just charge interest on your debtors' overdue accounts.
Yes, I do. And then I don't allow them to pay me back with a check.
Yes, Ansara, you shouldn't let them pay by check again. You can even give a discount to your debtors that pay on time. Maybe that will encourage them to pay on a regular basis.
I also tried to do that, as you can see in my summary.
Now let's use the information in the summary to draw up the debtors control account.
This is interesting, David, but let me quickly get us something to drink from the fridge.
Okay.
Thank you, Ansar. Okay, let's record the information in the debtors control account.
The debtors control account has two sides, the debit side and the credit side. The first thing to remember is that we record on the debit side if the debtors account amount owing increases and credit when the amount owing decreases. As you can see here as we record. On the debit side on the 1st of April, balance brought down 3,950. On the 30th of April, sales, current income 11,450. Bank RD 250. Discount allowed cancel 50. Interest received 130. On the credit side, on the 30th of April, sales returns 160. Bank 10,420. Cash 800. Discount allowed 260. Bad debts 330. On the 30th of April, balance carried down 3,860. On the debit side, on the 1st of May, balance brought down 3,860.
I see.
And then we balance the account to give us the amount that the debtors owes you. And in this case, 3,860. And I think it's good as you only owe your creditors 2,000.
I see, it's great. Let me see if I understand. The debtors control account is normally drawn to give a summary of the entries of all debtors. all the entries are going to be on the last day of the month, except the balance brought down at the beginning of the month. To drop the debtors control account, you normally enter the transactions like this.
On the debit side, we enter transactions, the opening balance if there is a balance, sales and a current income, dishonored checks, discount allowed and on dishonored checks cancelled, interest received. And on the credit side, we enter sales returns, debtors payment, discount allowed, bad debts.
I've got it. So on the debit side, we enter the transactions that increase the debtors accounts, and on the credit side, transactions that decrease the debtors accounts.
That's correct, Nsara. You have said all the transactions. One of the biggest advantages of drawing up a debtors control account is that you can see at a glance all the transactions done with the debtors as well as what they owed at the beginning and at the end of the month.
Thank you so much, Frank and your team. It is my appointment. I'll have to run. But don't worry, I'll get the outstanding debtors amount quite easily now. Do we meet again tomorrow?
It's our pleasure, Sarah. David and I will be getting a haircut while we are still here, but it will definitely see you again.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Why don't you two wait for me in the waiting area? We'll attend to you shortly.
Let's summarize what we have learned today. Debtors refer to customers who owe the business money. Examples of a debtor's transactions include current income transaction, sales transactions, debtors payments and discount allowed transactions, sales returns transactions, dishonored check transactions, discount allowed, cancel, bad debt transactions, charging a debtor's overdue account with interest. The debtors control account is drawn up to give a summary of all debtors transactions for the month. Viewers, this brings us to the end of today's lesson. The topic on the next lesson in the series is on the creditors control. I hope you enjoyed watching and learning with us. See you again soon. Bye bye.